Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got for you my first impression review of the Kat Von D Shade and Light Glimmer Eye Palette. So that's the box. This is the palette itself. It's got the nice 3D plastic cover. I actually really like the, oh, it's upside down. I actually really like the top of the palette because it's nice and shiny, and I like the 3D effect. I do have I have the matte Shade and Light contour eye palette, and it's the cardboard packaging with the magnetic closure. This one is, you kind of have to put your finger in it. Oh, there we go. And pull it up. So for me, as far as packaging goes, I love the top. I love the 3D effects. I'm not a fan of the plastic packaging, and I know some people completely disagree on this, but I'm not a fan of the plastic packaging. I actually prefer the cardboard magnetic closure. For some reason, I like this a lot better than I like this. I think because for me, plastic in my head means cheap. Mind you, cardboard is not expensive either, but it just sounds and feels cheaper, I find. But I do love the 3D design on it. That's gorgeous. So if you haven't already seen it, the palette looks like this. So it's upside down now, so I'm not blinding you with the gigantic mirror it has. It is a twin of the matte version. So except the colors are all shimmers, glitters, satin finishes, etc. of what they were. So I can't even open the palette. There we go. So let me show them to you side by side so you see. So you can see how they're the same shade. The bottom one is the matte. They're the same shades, but in the glitter, satin finish, etc. Okay. So let me get into my review. First, I want to say that I absolutely adore the original matte one. It is beautiful. They blend wonderfully. Yes, there's a bit of fallout, but not, you know, tap your brush off and it's easy to deal with. They blend well, they're pigmented, they're buttery, they're an awesome matte. And this, I've created so many looks with this that every time I look at a picture, I'm like, man, I love that makeup. I adore that. I love the Kat Von D formula of these shadows. They are amazing. So obviously when I saw the Glimmer version, I'm like, I need this ASAP. As soon as it came out, I bought it, and I haven't bought a palette in months. So, but I saw this, I really, really wanted because I love the other one. But after my first impression and using it on my eyes today and swatching it, I'm not 100% loving it. Let me just say it's 50-50 for me. And let me tell you why. So as I use this palette to do my look today, I mean, my look turned out like pretty and soft and glittery, but I don't know if you could tell on my face, probably not, but I have tons of glitter going on. And I apologize if the lighting is bad here today. It's a gloomy day, and I use natural light as well as lighting, and my lighting that's behind the camera is crapping out on me, so it's actually only half working. So I apologize if it's bad lighting. And then this side is like beautiful light. That's tomorrow. That's that future Nat's problem, not current Nat, not present Nat. Anyway, so I find my look, I mean, if I look at my look right now, I mean, it's pretty, it's subtle, it's, you know, shiny. It's pretty. I like the way it looks, but it didn't have the punch that I was expecting to get from these colors. So I used, what's it called? I'm not even going to say so, okay. I'm so all over the place. You see how there's the shade names at the back of the palette, which I love, by the way, because I love having the names on the palette somewhere. None of those stupid inserts. Anyway, so there's shades, but I'm always debating, like, is it, so the shade name that's written right here, is that the shade that corresponds right back here? I never know. So I'm not even going to try I'm just going to say which ones, I'm going to show you which ones I use today. So I used this in my crease. And kind of a transition shade. It's actually very pretty, and I think that would be also pretty on the lid just as a super quick look. I use this glitter coppery, I think the color's copper, I don't even know. Alright, on my lid. I was disappointed in this shade so much. When I picked it up on my brush, and I use like a flat shader brush that I often use, and it usually picks up a ton of pigment, and it just I put it on my lid, and it was like, where'd the color go? It didn't have that punch. You see how punchy that is? You know, that is like, bam, and I was expecting to see that bam on my eye, and as you can tell, it's not like that. So I find the color got really muted, and actually, when I look at my overall look, the color's lost, and I put that all over my lid. So I didn't try it with Fix Plus. Probably would be better with it because maybe it would adhere more to the brush, but with the usual pigmentation and quality of the Kat Von D shadows, usually I don't have to do that with those, so I was expecting not to have to do that. So that's a glittery shade, and I noticed I have a bunch of glitter on my face from the shade. Then I used, which one did I use next? So I use that one. I did use this one right here to put on my inner corner, which I think is really pretty. Again, it's more muted than I expected it to be and a bit more glittery, but I really liked how it turned out. But it wasn't as, actually it was better than the swatch. This one, the swatch was better than putting it on the lid. And this one, I found it better on the lid than it was on the swatch. The swatch, it barely showed up. I mean, it's still subtle. And it turned out really well on this eye, and I had trouble packing it on this eye. So it wasn't consistent either, which is annoying. And then I use this color here, which I expected to be beautiful in my outer corner. And when I put it on, it was like, a few things happened. So it just, bunch of fell out on my face, all over here. And then it was really pigmented, and it was like, wow, that color showed up. It showed up more brown than it does here, which has a bit more of a copper brown, I guess you want to call it. It has a bit, it looks more brown than it is in the pan here. And then when I started blending it, it's like the color kind of faded, and it turned into, well, whatever it looks like right now, which is not much. It's like I was blending it and it just disappeared. Like, where'd the color go? So again, it didn't, I mean, the swatch on this, look at this, is amazing. Look at that. But it did not show up like that on my lid. Let's see if it did not show up like that at all on my lid. And I think I needed to maybe use a different brush or whatever. It just did not do what I wanted it to at all. And like I said, the look looks pretty, but it's not the punchiness that I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to look this natural, to be honest. I was expecting punch and color a lot more than this. And I did use this color to highlight my brow, which I had no issues with. It looks fine. It looks satiny. It's a bit more matte. It's the mattest one of all of them. And it was fine. That one was fine. I had no issues with it. I didn't use, so, I mean, I do want to give this another try because, I mean, some of these swatch amazing. Like, let me just grab a few here just to show you what they look like. Swatched, and they do feel super buttery. So wonderful. So I am going to give this another try. I just felt really 50-50 on it. Let me load the glitter black here. Glitter, it's black with silver glitter. I mean, it swatches nicely, but again, I think that the glitter would just come out on my face. Yeah. So overall, I was disappointed with some of the shades. Some performed better, some swatched amazing. The glitter ones didn't swatch really well, which I was really expecting a like, wow, this is wowing me. This is like Shade Light Eye 2.0 and everybody needs this palette. It's a staple. It is not. It is definitely not. So if you're not a fan of these types of colors or glitters, I don't think this is a palette for you. If you're gonna pick one of the two, I'd go for the matte one, 100%. Unfortunately, this one I'm gonna keep because I do like to collect the Kat Von D stuff. I am going to keep it and I'm gonna try out a bit more, but I think what I'm gonna need to do is maybe pair the two up, and maybe this is also how they're meant to be used. You have your matte colors in here, and you have your shimmer glitter colors in here, and your satin colors in here, and together they create probably an awesome eye look because they're the same shades, right? They're the same type. So if you're using one of the quads already built in the palette, you can use some of the mattes and some of the glitters in here. So maybe if I'm putting these two together and I'm not using the glitter shades out of this palette, out of the Glimmer palette, maybe it'll turn out better maybe if I stick to the shimmer ones. But I shouldn't have to. That's the thing. I shouldn't have to with a palette of this price. So all in all, I'm 50-50 on it because they swatch amazing, most of them except for the glitters. There is glitter fallout all over my face. If you use this, put on your makeup, your face makeup after you do your eyes, because I do have some fallout and glitter all over my face now that I wasn't able to remove. It was underwhelming, unfortunately, and I was expecting great things for this palette. Up to you. If you think you can work with this, you can use some Fix Plus and, you know, maybe fix some of the flaws that it has, and you love Kat Von D, this could be for you. But I'm 50-50 on it. I'm still going to keep it instead of returning it. But I am disappointed. I was expecting more. I really was expecting more. So let me know what you think about this palette if you've used it. I know a couple people said they were disappointed when they swatched it in store, and I can see why, especially if you swatch the glitters. Let me know if you used it and what do you think about it. I mean, like I said, I do like how my look turned out, even though it's not what I was going for. It turned to a more neutral kind of muted look than a wham bam glitter shiny in your face bold color look that I was actually expecting out of it. So that was a little disappointing, but some of the shades did perform well, some did not, like the glitters. I'll try Fix Plus and see if that fixes it, maybe to make it worth for myself. I'm trying too hard, aren't I? Anyway, that's what I thought about this palette. Let me know what you thought about it. I did take some footage of me applying the shades on my lid. I'll put that now if you want to see how the shades performed and my faces and my reactions to it. Stay tuned. And at the end of the video, I also have some swatches, and you can see what I mean when they swatched well and didn't swatch so well. And that's all for my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and come back for more. Bye, guys.